Have you ever heard about INFJ, the rarest personality type? There are almost 16 personalities globally, but INFJ is one of thousands. Only 1/3 of the population is INFJ, and people rarely know this personality even exists. Some of you must be wondering what that term is about, so let's start with what it really is. Let me make it real simple for you. INFJ is the abbreviation for introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. Hello and welcome back to our channel. In this video, we'll be talking about some of the most interesting confessions by INFJ personality holders. And if you think you or anyone around you might be INFJ, then stick with us till the end. But remember to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to get more amazing information about everything. Now it's time to go into some of this unusual personality's secrets. Let me tell you some fascinating facts which will take off your old specs and give you a clear vision of INFJs. 1. They are like an iceberg. INFJs have the appearance of floating icebergs. One probable thing is when they say it out loud. While Goliath's bulges float beneath the surface unseen to naked eyes, crowded in their brains, signifying irrational ideas and sentiments that are never expressed. They are constantly evolving, no matter what you perceive. This makes them appear cool and collected, although they rarely are. They're never calm. 2. INFJs are old souls. INFJs are considered to be ahead in everything. Most INFJs develop with the impression that they are smarter than their chronological age suggests. INFJs rely on their judgment and insights after discovering the benefits of introverted intuition early in life. INFJs may educate and counsel friends, siblings, and possibly even adult family, even as youngsters and teenagers. They are happiest and most fulfilled when they are able to assist and enlighten others via their insights. 3. End up in a one-sided relationship. INFJs are mostly drawn into a one-sided relationship with someone because they care about others. Many INFJs are superb listeners too. They are introverted, as previously said, and they seldom feel the need to be focused. They try to avoid that care unintentionally too sometimes. They also like assisting others in better understanding and developing their emotions. There's a reason they are referred to as a consultant personality. These abilities enable INFJs to achieve a degree of emotional closeness in their relationships that most other types are unable to achieve, but they also drive INFJs to fall into one-sided partnerships. That is to say, relationships go hand in hand, and they like to be alone when they need someone. So, do you think you're INFJ and failing in your relationship due to this? Tell us about it in the comments. 4. On a different wavelength. The next rare thing is that they're always on a different wavelength. Confusing, right? Let's dig deeper into this. INFJs have a constant sense of nonconformity. This is due to the fact that the INFJ wavelength is not used by the majority of individuals. As a result, the inverse is true. This kind, according to Antonia Dodge and Joel Mark, primarily processes information and interacts with the outside environment, and is way too different from normal people. Unconsciously, their introverted intuition notices patterns, because its secondary job is to produce an extroverted experience that is pleasant to be around. Although not necessary that it works invisibly, making them feel as though they have a mystic or spiritual talent that you can instinctively sense. INFJs may have intuition and intense feelings that they are unable to articulate. The INFJ may be aware of something, even if they are unable to explain why or how they are aware of it. You've heard about the sixth sense, right? But theirs is quite different, as mentioned, on another wavelength. INFJs typically give up attempting to explain their insights to others, since it is difficult to describe. They may feel alone as a result of this, sometimes misunderstood and lost. 5. Highly perceptive of others. INFJs always have a high level of empathy for others. Being an INFJ entails paying close attention to others and quickly determining their emotional state and motivation. Some people, however, do not acquire INFJs as easily as others. INFJs frequently seek someone who understands them. Not simply others, but their personality is the main component that confuses people. They are extremely perceptive to people around them, but they are forgetful as they can even forget minor details, like how people in their surroundings take tea every day. Even the most meticulous INFJs might miss these minor things as superb thinkers. People who have these personalities use their intuition to get underwater. They rely on their instincts. They delve into the minds of people to discover what motivates them. They can tell when someone is telling themselves a lie. 6. Absorb other people's emotions. Another interesting fact about INFJs is that they have a tendency to absorb other people's emotions. They can not only sense other people's emotions like the rest of us, but they can also feel them in their bodies. No other personality type, according to Dodge, accomplishes this as well as INFJ. Strangers' emotions are said to be absorbed by certain INFJs. The INFJ becomes grumpy out of nowhere, and a quick glance around the room may reveal that a moody individual has just entered. The more emotionally close you are to the INFJ, such as your spouse or best friend, the more probable the INFJ will absorb that person's mood. It's difficult to cope with your own and others' emotions. However, INFJ's strengths may be utilized to help others heal and feel better. 7. They tend to be dominant. Dominant is the thing many people repel, and that rarely is shown in introverted people, but INFJ is unique in that too. This implies they're generally quite focused on their inner thoughts. They tend to grip their intuition about something extremely strong as it develops, and they are often devoted to their subject. They might even take criticism negatively, or the other side's opinion as an insult. As a result, they are frequently regarded as obstinate and inflexible. Does this sound like someone you know? Please share below. 8. They are tertiary. Why can they be said to be tertiary? INFJs make choices based on their own thoughts and beliefs. When they're among other people, INFJs rely heavily on introverted intuition and extroverted emotions to make decisions. People of this personality type are more inclined to rely on their introverted ideas when they are alone. INFJs may try to make decisions based on emotions in stressful situations, especially when pleasing others. They tend to feel bad too afterward if they are unable to do so. INFJs are more inclined to depend on intuition in less stressful situations. 9. Quite idealist. The capacity to put idealism into practice distinguishes the INFJ personality type. They don't merely wish for a better world. They go out and make it happen. They are the doers. They never sit back and keep thinking. Instead, they try to make that change. 10. Auxiliary when it comes to their emotions. INFJs read other people's emotions like elephants, but they become auxiliary when it comes to their own emotions. INFJs are acutely aware of what others are feeling as a result of this trait, yet they are typically unaware of their own emotions. INFJs often find it difficult to say no to others' requests, as they see through the person and know how the other person is feeling, while suppressing their own emotions or even stress. They are so used to others' emotions that they are terrified of disappointing or harming them. 11. Both emotional and logical. INFJs prioritize emotions over objective facts when making judgments. However, this does not imply that they see the world through rose-colored glasses. INFJs have a greater comprehension of the world than other types of people, both the good and the bad, and wish to be able to improve it. 12. They want a meaningful life. A deeply considered set of personal values is what seems to guide an INFJ's life. INFJs may plainly envision a better and more ideal future. They may be frustrated by the current harsh reality, but they are typically determined and tenacious in their pursuit of better outcomes. INFJs are driven by a strong desire to do whatever it takes to improve the world. INFJs have a strong desire for a meaningful existence and a close relationship with others. They aren't inclined to share openly, but they value the emotional connection they have with a limited group of dedicated people. Their complex inner lives might make them appear secretive or reclusive at times, yet they appreciate true connections with individuals they trust. 13. Amazing long-range forecasting abilities. Almost everything they predict can come true, making the INFJ feel like a prophet or clairvoyant. But they don't always have a magic wand. Instead, their introverted intuition aids them in seeing the larger picture, noticing patterns, and making future predictions based on those patterns. You can predict what could happen, but you can't always be certain. Nonetheless, mature INFJs have polished their ability to foretell the future. Do you have this trait? Tell us about it in the comments. 14. They are complex and deep. These individuals are not just one of a kind, but also sophisticated and profound. INFJs are noted for being able to balance emotions and logic while also developing into critical thinkers with high integrity. 15. INFJs do best in a workplace. Hard work is consistent with their beliefs and aspirations, as it is key, if not the most important, aspect in determining the meaning of their existence. They also face difficulties in jobs that sometimes lead to being ingenious, while still feeling that their work is worthwhile. If you're an INFJ, you may consider a job as a psyche expert, a lecturer, a yoga coach, or any other vocation that allows you to help people. For INFJs, working in a muddled, frenzied, or messy environment is a severe challenge, making them overwhelmed. 16. They're concerned with the welfare of others. They are very sensitive. Most people notice them at a first inclination to empathize with others. They make it easier for everyone, including strangers, to get along. It is the role of extroverted sensations in their conduct. They always feel sympathy for everyone and try to imagine themselves in their shoes. 17. They are engrossed in meaningful conversation. Listening to music, watching movies and television, and connecting with non-introverts are all activities that INFJs like. Perhaps most importantly, they like engaging in meaningful discussions that allow them to combine their intuition with their extroverted support traits. By communicating with others, INFJs may also aid and teach others. INFJs might sometimes be mistaken for diplomats, owing to their chatty personalities. If you have ever tried to figure out how to know if you or anyone around you is an INFJ, just know that there is no direct explanation or description, even if that's you too. Because although INFJs easily peer beyond the mask most others don't realize they're wearing, INFJs, atypically, sometimes struggle to comprehend themselves. Even their acute perception is occasionally perplexed by their emotions and behaviors. The personality of an INFJ has numerous facets and is a hidden treasure trove. That will make it even harder for you to know them at all. INFJs are secluded and secretive, and they will slowly, if at all, unveil their layers. As the rarest personality type in all connections that you have, INFJs are most unique. They approach life with a genuine interest in the well-being of others, balancing idealism with action, emotions, and logic, and resulting in marvelously compassionate and result-oriented persons. If you enjoyed our video today, please do leave us a comment. Also, let us know if we missed something. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn notifications on. Next, you can watch this video on your screen.